Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to Saturday Night with Crysta on the Dixie Belle main page. Of course, I am Crysta from Litter to Glitter, and y'all might be wondering about the description of the video. Well, for those of you that are not following me, one, shame on you, and two, I broke my hand. Actually, I broke my thumb. Not this upper, I broke that. So I am doing everything one-handed, and I don't know if I'm doing any of it well, but I am figuring it out. So let me see if I can pull up the video over here so that I can get up your comments. Oh, geez. And then I hear myself. Geez, Crysta. Told you, nothing's going right. The only thing I do right is doing wrong, guys. Sorry. So let me know that when you're on and say hi and glitter me out. Everyone says I'm doing well. So backstory behind this is that we had a solid oak bookcase on the back of our 20-foot trailer. I drove the truck and trailer to the shop here the other day so my husband didn't have to drag it all the way through Dallas, and he took my car. And one of our straps busted. And so my son and I stopped on the side of the road and to resecure the solid oak bookcase. And moving it, it slipped and slammed my thumb in between the metal walls of the 20-foot trailer and the solid oak bookcase. So the solid oak bookcase is actually sitting over there. It's in timeout until it apologizes and it behaves. So what I'm doing is I am actually, as many of you know, I do have some health issues, but I have pretty good use of my hands most of the time. And so this has been an experience for me. And I figured out some things that I can still do what I love and still do everything that I love with just a few accommodations. So tonight I'm going to show you some of my accommodations. I know that everyone sees that silk, you can scuff sand. You don't have to use slick stick. Well, there's no way I was going to be able to sand this thing. And so I slick sticked it. So yes, definitely scuff sand anything that you paint with silk. But if you're unable to scuff sand, whether you don't have a sander, your environment won't allow it, you're in an apartment, your hands are bad, you have a limited range of motion, the fact that some people sanding just hurts. Some people, it hurts. People who have fibromyalgia, things of that nature, there's things that you can always do with other products out of the Dixie Belle product line and do that. So just because you're seeing a lot of things online that say scuff sand, scuff sand, scuff sand, that's great. And that's what's recommended. Well, for me, I slick sticked. So let me show you what I'm working on tonight. This is actually, and I'm going to pick the camera up here in just a second when I'm done talking, because again, one hand. And so this, you're going to see I have taken the glass out of the top. This is actually a Curio coffee table. So it's got, when I pick up the camera, you're going to see where the glass is out of the top, and it's going to show all the way kind of down to the first shelf. In the top, there's two drawers that go in. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to turn this make it look like a pond with fish in it. We're going to paint it inside, but not tonight. I'm going to be doing the silk on the outside tonight because I don't think y'all want to see me gimp my way through 5 paintbrushes and water and all that stuff. Didn't think it'd be much fun. It would be laughable, but not fun. So let me pick this up real quick and show you guys what I'm talking about. That is what I mean. And then over here, you can see the front. I've already painted one coat of Serenity on the front. And here are the two drawers that go in. And those drawers are going to go in there. And the top drawer is actually going to have the pond in it and the fishies. So let me get you guys back where y'all can see me. And yeah, I know. Keep laughing, guys. I know a few of you that are watching that are laughing. So keep laughing, guys. All right. So that's where we're at now, and that's what we're doing. Let me get to comments real quick. Yeah, we're painting with silk tonight. I am doing silk and Serenity. And beautiful, beautiful color. Love it. It's going to be perfect for the interior. What we're doing with this is going to be perfect. So as I say, it's going to be faboo. So I want to get that off because my light from where all my gilding waxes and my glazes and everything, that's shining bright. So tell me where you're from. Hey, Kristen. Lexi's in Arlington. I'm in Garland, Texas. I'm out at the Plaza Garland. And that's where I have my Premier Elite booth. And so you can get all your Dixie Belle goodiness here. And I have a booth at the Mesquite Antique Mall where I paint my painted furniture. And there is another Dixie Belle retailer in that antique mall as well. So thank you, Dixie Belle, saying that is a, hey, Christy. Hey, Wendy's here with the Elwyn Cottage. Oh, we got Isabel from Australia. So, all right. So let's get playing, shall we? So like I said, I'm going to be doing this in Silk Serenity. And I've brought over, I'm going to show you guys, I've done accommodations so I can pull this off. If you see, I brought over another table. This is one of my work tables here that I often put little pieces of furniture to, so I don't have to sit on the floor. And we put this up on a table. So again, I'm not sitting on the floor. I'm on my rolly cart, my Craftsman rolly cart. And so I'm not going to have to be all underneath and on the floor and trying to get up off the floor with my hand. So there we go. That's what we're doing. And I am going to put you guys over there so I can see comments. And silk is definitely easy to use. What I like to do is I like to load up my brush, not load, but I am a notoriously thin painter. And so for me, this is massively loading my brush and long strokes. You don't want to back brush with silk. And so here, since I didn't have enough paint to go here at the base, but then one long stroke. And it's that easy. Easy peasy. Get you guys. So I didn't have enough paint on my brush to hit down here. So what I did was I just tapped it on here and then went back long stroke. So, oh my God, your workspace is paint heaven. Thank you, Joanne. Yeah, I do classes out of here. This is also my work studio. I have a home studio as well, but this is my storefront and my studio where I do a lot of my customs here, but I also do customs out of my house as well. So the big thing with silk is that you want to try not to back brush, especially once it starts drying a little bit. Don't back brush it. What you'll do, and also you want to make sure that you keep moving with silk. If it starts to dry and you try to go over it, it will pull. But that's user error. That's not the product. That's us. So there is a learning curve with silk if you're a chalk mineral paint person. And so it was a learning curve for me as well. But I love it. I love it, especially when you want a one color clean coat. And that's why we're doing this on the outside. And then we're going to use the chalk mineral paint on the inside to do the blend. That's going to make it look like a pond, to make it look like water in there. And so let me move you guys around. There you go. So I would like to know from you guys, do y'all have any tips for me? If anybody got problems with their hands? And if you do you have any tips for me on getting stuff done and accommodations? Is there any tips out there that y'all could give me to do this better? Because I'm going to be honest, I've had to figure all this stuff out on my own, and I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I'm doing the best I can. So if the drawer was spotted inside, I can just paint the inside with silk, or do I have to boss it? What do you mean spotted? Is it the wood grain? Is it something was spilled in the drawer? Is it, like, was there oil or something inside of the drawer? I'm not sure what you mean by spotted. And that's to Cynthia Baxley. Thank you, Zan. Zan says she loves this. Silk does have a built-in stain blocker, and it does adhere really, really well. Like I said, normally I would scuff sand and go to town, but because of Slick Stick. So let's see here. Actually, you've got a French Provincial, and the drawers are really stained. Yeah, I would, for me. Oh, this is Serenity. And is it Uliette? So this is Silk in Serenity is this color. And if you're just coming on, I broke my thumb. And so scuff sanding really wasn't an option for me. So I slick sticked. I know everything says to scuff sand silk, but to make accommodations for, my current medical condition, then I scuff sand, or I slick sticked, so I didn't have to scuff sand. Need to get along that edge. There we go. So there. You can use Boss under silk. If you can pad the handle of the brush so the grip is bigger, like a piece of pool noodle on it. I hadn't thought about that. One brush that I do like is the Scarlet, and I have one of those, and it is Fabu to use. It's just for some reason I picked up this one. So actually, if y'all know the story, I'm painting with Crysta tonight, and I didn't pick up Jill. For some reason, I picked up my Crysta tonight. So, and another tip I can tell you guys with silk, if you're a CMP painter, is take your Mr. bottle. Come on, get in there. There's a couple of little like nail holes right through here that doesn't want to go into. Take your Mr. bottle, put it in the other room. My Mr. bottle is over there by the oak bookshelf in timeout. So it doesn't tempt me, because I notoriously have my Mr. bottle, because I do paint a lot with the chalk mineral paint. And what happens? I reach for it out of just sheer habit. And so I put my Mr. bottle in the other room. So so spring has sprung here in Texas, which is a glorious, glorious thing. Love it, love it, love it. And it was close to 80 degrees here. So I see that somebody asked what Slick Stick was. Slick Stick is a bonding agent. And what Slick Stick does is that it allows your paint to adhere to slick surfaces such as concrete, PVC, Formica, glass, There's a lot of furniture that is kind of like the IKEA stuff. I don't care what y'all tell me to do. I'm slick sticking that IKEA furniture. I have no luck with scuff sanding IKEA furniture. None. So I slick stick all of my IKEA furniture. Absolutely. That is just, at this point, that is a given. Somebody get in a piece of IKEA furniture. Guess what? You're getting a coat of slick stick. Whether you like it or not, you're getting a coat of slick stick. It's not me. It's just the rules. So let me move this way. There you go. So you guys can see the base here. It says, I suffer from arthritis and osteoporosis. Also suffer from chronic trauma. When I'm tired, I tend to drop everything. So wearing a brace is a good thing. What happened? I love working. See all the different styles and techniques. Someday I'll look into becoming a Dixie. Thank you for sharing. Hey, thank you for sharing your story, because I know there's a lot of people that do have physical ailments. If you're just joining, I wrestled with a solid oak bookcase and lost and broke my thumb. So it won that round, but it doesn't have me beat. It's not going to make me stop painting. And that little hole right there, you know what? I'm going to dip my finger in there, and I'm going to pad that area and then use my brush to go back and layer. But that one little knot hole decided, you ain't getting me. Well, guess what? I got it. I won that round. So again, I'm going long strokes, and to get over in these corners, yes, I am loading that area, but I'm not doing a huge amount of paint, and I'm just kind of getting it paint on there. And then I'm going back in the same direction and thinning it out. You know what? You are being right there. Okay. So there we go. And then I'm going to go up underneath on my legs. That's why I've got it up here on the table, is so I can get the back side of the legs as well without having to crawl all under on the floor. Because I know y'all would love to see that, because I think if it wasn't me, I would laugh, and I would, oh my God, I would pay money to see that. But since it's me, I don't want to do that. So I am not going to get down on the floor and then try to get up. So I am just making every accommodation that I can so that I can continue to do what I love. And that's paint. So tell me about the weather in your area. Because like I said, it was 80 degrees here in Texas today in the Dallas, Fort Worth area. I am just north of Dallas. Seeing little areas and in these corners, and then go back and do all your stroke in the same direction. And then I know that with silk, a lot of people, they want to instantly go back. Give the silk time to do its work. I've seen posts where people said that they've done 3 coats in 3 hours and then wonder why the paint is pulling. And it's, well, you didn't give it time to dry in between coats. So definitely give it time to work. It will level out. Some of the brush strokes that you'll see when you originally do it, they'll go away. It'll self-level a lot if you give it time to do what it needs to do. It's one of those things. Gary says it's 50 and rain. Eek. Eek. Keep it, Gary. Don't you bring that stuff to Texas. So give silk time to work its magic, especially if you don't use a blocker agent and you're wondering why you might have some bleed through. If you're doing it and your first coat is not dry, then you're not giving the product enough time to work its magic. So you got to give it time. What is that? The Princess Bride. They went to Miracle Max's and they asked for a miracle, and well, can you hurry it up? And Miracle Max says, you know, never rush a miracle, Sonny. You get crappy miracles. So don't rush it with soap. I see a lot of people wanting to rush. So again, one-handed, since I've got it up on the table, I can grab my table leg and pull it around this way, move my camera around, and then pull this table, all while in the comfort of my chair. And pull this over here. And then I can just keep working around. And then I can always swing back around that way and do the same thing. So, boy, you guys are getting like a 360 view of my shop, ain't you? So, ooh. Just going back to Texas. So they were in San Antonio and today's temp was 90. How much time in between the coats? Okay, so you can do your second coat. It'll be dry to the touch in an hour. They recommend between coats is 2 hours. Now, after you do your second coat, if you want to do a third coat, I would let it, me, Crysta, not Dixie Belle, I would let it sit a good 8 to 12 hours before I did a third coat. The thing with silk is that you want it to be completely dry so you're not pulling. And so it's dry to the touch on the first coat, but as you put layers on, it's going to build that moisture up. And so that's me. What I'll do is I will clear coat. I'm going to do the top in a different color. That's why I'm not painting on the top tonight. If you're wondering, you know, why is she just doing the base? So the top's going to be a different color. The inside is going to be a water blend. And so, but definitely after 2 hours after your first coat, and then I would give it 8 to 12 hours before I did my third. So just saw that from Kelly. Here in Vermont, absolutely with you. 72. Oh, that's great. Yeah, all that Dixie Belle goodness behind me. And I don't even have my 8 ounces over there, guys. All of my 8 ounces are over there. That's just my silk, my 16, my 32s, moonshine metallics and stuff. But all my 8 ounces are over here. So you see, even that is. I'm so glad you guys are hanging in with me tonight. Just so you know, I will be back on next Saturday night. And we can see what other accommodations I'm making for whatever piece I'm doing next week. And, you know, the further adventures of the painting gimp at this point. That's what somebody called me the other day. They said I'm a painting gimp. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it. So this is a joint collaboration with myself and my husband. My husband is actually, this is a piece that he's going to be doing the blend on. Ooh. Guys, you guys, I need y'all to spam Glitter to Glitter or my husband, Shorty, Jaime Barrera, and maybe he will come in next week and do the blend on the inside. What do y'all think about that? I think that would be awesome. Yes. So it's always me painting with you guys. And I think that y'all would have a lot of fun if Shorty came on and showed y'all how he blends. So yeah, here comes the bus. I just picked up my husband and went. So back me up, ladies. Come on. So he's going to do the inside of the project that I showed you down here where the glass is off, and he's going to make it look like water, like a pond. but I don't know if he is going to want to do that on camera or not. So we'll have to see if we can talk him into that. I like it. I do. I love that idea. I think that should definitely be a thing. And I know that if you guys follow Glitter to Glitter, y'all see that I paint a lot. But Shorty, my husband, works another job. He doesn't get a lot of time to paint, but he does when he gets time. He does paint. And, you know, believe it or not, he's not bad at it either. He's not bad at all. So, yeah, definitely. Y'all help a sister out and get Shorty on here. Yeah, baby. That would be awesome. And see, since I've got my painter's tarp down, I can hit the bottom and not have to worry about it. And I've got the legs. You see my skinny table, big, huge coffee table. And so I can get the legs and not worry about it and not have to. So it works. You know, I just realized I'm in a perpetual thumbs up on this hand. That is, oh, that's horrible. But I just realized it. So we're going to go ahead and cut this side in. And I'm going to move over to the other side, and I will put my silk there, get my tarp off the floor so I can scooch you around. And move the camera back this way so y'all can see. There you go. And I can get this side still in the same direction. I'm going to cut in on this side. I think I cut in because, well, back in my high school days, I actually worked with a friend of mine one summer to paint houses. And so I always cut in. Do y'all cut in? Do y'all cut in or do y'all just let her eat? What do y'all do? So, and of course, it's me. I moved my paint and not my... Thank you, Dixie Belle. Give me some love. Thank you, ladies. Yeah, give me some thumbs up for my poor little broken thumb. I've had some of you ladies send me some great messages of encouragement, and I wanted to thank you guys for that. And it was just a beautiful thing. You guys are awesome. And so now that I've moved my tablet in my way of painting so I can see comments. And Yvonne's going, hi, May, hi, May, hi, May. I think that would be great to have him come on. But also, I don't know what his next week is looking like. He might have to work. So we'll see. Can you blend with silk? Not a blend like you can with the CMP. There is a way that you can kind of fade. It's really difficult. I think Brush by Brandy did a technique with it. I tried it and it did not go well for me. So if you are a Brush by Brandy follower, check her out. She has a video on it. But I didn't have luck with it. It didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, or I thought that it would. So the chalk mineral paint is absolutely your best bet for a true blend, especially if you want an ombre effect, or like what we're going to be doing with the water to make the inside look like water. Then definitely your chalk mineral paint is the way to go. And that's another thing I like about having silk. Silk is great for one color that you want a clean, beautiful one color coat on, and it's great for that. Did I just see that was Brandy? Is Brandy my moderator tonight? This is something about I'm here, Brandy. I'm sorry. Gary, yes, I know I've got more than Laney's tonight. I am Brandy here. Hey, Brandy, I was just talking about you. Yeah, I didn't do that well when I tried to blend. It did not go well for me. So CMP for blending for me and one color coats for silk. That's did not end well for me. It's kind of, hey, I'll admit it. It did not turn out the way that I wanted it to. And so I don't recommend silk for blending, but it's great for so many things. And I love the color choices they have because I am a coastal girl. I like coastal colors. I like my coastal blends. I like doing sunsets and waterfalls and things of that nature. And the CMP is great for that. But the colors that they have in the silk line are great for your Hampton style furniture, which is that clean one color. That's what I love. So CMP is chalk mineral paint. I just saw that one flash up trying to scroll up my. Oh, Erin just did silk tonight, and I was setting up and trying to. So, quick question: why and what makes silk so different? Yes, there is basically you've got one coat of stain blocker in silk. You also have one coat of top coat built into your silk. So once you're done, unless you want the extra protection, like if I was doing the top of the coffee table, a dining room table, that kind of thing, I'm not gonna put a clear coat over my silk because it's got it built in. Now, if I was doing the top, then I would definitely put another clear coat on just for the extra protection it's going to give me. But you don't have to. Personal preference. So, and it is a definitely chalk mineral paint does have a more coarse feel to it. Silk, just what it says, it's self-leveling, and you will feel it in the difference of the paint. It is so wonderful when it dries because it is a very silky finish. So I'm just going to get around this side real quick right there, and then that's where I'm going to stop for the night because the way that this coffee table is, it's kind of got a beveled, it's not a 90-degree angle on the edges. It's a angle like this, and then it's got an angle there. So I want to make sure that I get good coverage there and around that little beveled corner so that when I get off of here, I can easily go around and I don't have to go back and be like, what did I do? Where did I stop? I've got a clean edge for where I stopped. So let me get to you guys' comments. Joanne, you're very welcome, honey. If you have any other questions about chalk mineral paint, silk, or any of the other Dixie Belle products, find your local retailer. Your local retailers are a plethora of information. And if you don't have a local retailer, you're always welcome to reach out to myself, to Dixie Belle directly, to other people that do videos, brand ambassadors. We're all here to help you, honey. And don't feel like, we were, 5 years ago, I was just starting with Dixie Belle, and I didn't know the difference between Midnight Sky and Coffee Bean. Ask me now. I didn't know the difference between gilding wax and, best dang wax. Ask me now. So, you know, there's a lot of information that the ladies can do. So just want to get through the rest of the comments. I forgot, if you guys are a Dixie Belle retailer and you're watching, please throw up your link so people can find you. If you're watching, do the hashtag replay thing so that we know that you're here. And yeah, very coastal inspired. Kristen, we don't say Karen approved. We say HOA approved. They're homeowners association approved colors. So bad, Kristen. Every piece we paint in the Hampton Olive sells immediately. Cynthia Baxley said Rockport, Texas approved. A lot of people like the Hampton color. Oh, Kristen and somebody, or Christy and somebody's going at it. Who are you calling a nut, girl? Yeah, everybody's laughing about the, you're very welcome, Amber. Oh, so my husband asked, how much do you love me? I put up with your stuff and I'm still here, baby. So yeah, Gary just put you on the spot. He just called you out. So Shorty, are you blending next Saturday? Yeah. So what do you use to paint the hardware? On this piece here, it had wood knobs. If you give me just a second, because I did not slip stick them earlier. I just took them off. Yeah, y'all should have seen me taking these things off one-handed, trying to, with this, yeah, again. So these are the knobs. I will slick stick them. And then since this is a collaboration, this piece is a collaboration between myself and Shorty, my husband. I'm not sure what we're going to do with them yet, but I will definitely slick stick them because I slick sticked everything else because my hands are bad. My hand is bad right now. So I just slick sticked it. So I'm going to slick stick them, and you can paint them. You can use, gilding wax. You can use the gemstone mousse, maybe some of the moonshine metallics. We haven't decided on what we're doing with the hardware yet. So does that mean when colored paint is applied, I will not need to apply a top coat? Once you paint the silk, it is optional. You don't have to. It's got a clear coat built in. It's optional. Now, if it was on a high traffic piece, I would do a clear coat just for the extra protection. Now, if you put something on top of it, then that's your decision on whether or not you want to top coat that, because whatever is your top is what's going to be on top. So if you paint a stencil on top of this in, say, the chalk mineral paint, then you might want to seal it because it's not going to have the same sheen. And so again, that is not exactly sure what you're talking about. Oh, you're going to blend this piece tomorrow, baby? Okay. That means I got to come up with something for you guys next week. Another episode of a GIMP painting. So yes. Yes, I showed this Thumb Who's Boss. Now I'm just waiting for the solid oak bookcase to apologize. So thank you. The retailer near me have their paints at craft stores, so no one's available to answer your questions. Definitely reach out. We're here definitely to answer your questions. So yeah, you can reach out to me on my business page. You can reach out to our brand ambassadors. You can reach out directly to Dixie Belle. There's other retailers that do videos. I know Kristen Rosenbeck, Christy Clemens. There's several others that would be happy to talk paint with you. So it's our favorite conversation. Well, it's one of our favorite conversations. It's definitely a topic of our conversations. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, since I've got Shorty and Gary Phillips on here that I know, and I don't want them to get mad at me because I kind of like them both. I am going to get off of here, there. I've got 3 screens up. I'm going to get off of here for tonight, and I will see y'all back next week for another edition of What Is She Up To Now? So my life's not always fun, but it is always interesting. So, baby, I'm going to clean up here and I'll be home. So much love to you guys. Definitely check out our Chalk Mineral Paint Enthusiast group. Love to see your projects up there. If you know someone who is Spanish speaking, we do have a Dixie Belle Espanol group that my husband and I do videos in Spanish. So you can get content in Spanish. If English is for you, you can always get contact. We also do have static posts up there for product information in Spanish. So much love to you guys, and I will see you back here in 1 week. Bye.